Hello everybody, and welcome to this YouTube exclusive video here at the Sacred Icon Halo show on YouTube, where we kind of get into some nice specific discussions, something very more concise. I'm your co-host, Jovial Joshua Hargis, and joined with me as always is my buddy, my pal, my friend, and the Frodo to my Sam. We carry each other when we need to. Ladies and gentlemen, Bryan Arvett. Bryan, what are we talking about today?
Well, as you guys know, most games have winter levels in them, and Halo is no different. We all have levels from Halo that we really enjoy, but specifically on this episode, we're going to talk about which levels we enjoy that take place in a winter setting, a snowy setting the most. Josh, what is your favorite mission in Halo, all of Halo games, that has a winter setting?
Like campaign specifically?
Yeah, campaign specifically.
Probably, I'm going to have to go with Assault on the Control Room.
That's mine too, Assault on the Control Room. It's kind of hard to top that one.
It really is.
I mean,
the first time I got to that, it was so much fun because, I mean, it's part of the reason I love Combat Evolved so much, but it had so much different terrain, had so much different, aesthetics going for it, and I didn't expect to get to a snow level, because you're just playing on this sunny beachfront, and you're going through this, the night levels, you're on a ship, and you're just going all around, and then suddenly you're on this snowy terrain, and there's wraiths and everything, and the way it kind of made it got so open, and it was just...
It helps that it's a big open area, and that makes it feel so much more like wintry, blizzardy, Christmassy.
Yes,
you know what I mean?
It's a fun. It'd be a fun level to play around Christmas time. Like if you were gonna make that a little playlist of that, it definitely.
Oh yeah, for sure. If they did a Christmas playlist for MCC, that needs to be in there.
Absolutely.
They really benefited themselves by making the Halo rings what they are, because of what we know lore-wise about Halo rings, they can have all these different climates and different things going on. So if you think about it, when you finish the Sonic Cartographer, which takes place on a beach, you go underground into the ring, and when you come out on the other side, you are now in a winter area, which is crazy to think about.
Yeah.
So yeah, I would have to agree. Assault on the Control Room is my favorite by far. It's just got everything. It's got good on foot sections. It's got good vehicle sections. Yep. It's just really cool.
It's all around super fun.
I think it's the first. It's the first incarnation of winter in Halo. Period, isn't it?
I think it is. Yeah, I would say so.
Yeah, for sure.
One I gotta just completely off the top of my head. What about containment in Halo 2? That's the multiplayer map. That's one of...
the winter mission,
yep.
Yeah. Which kind of got like those stalactites or stalagmites, whatever, we don't know how to say them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not... that's one of the things about Halo 2 that I didn't really realize, is when I was making this video initially, I was trying to capture footage from each game that had winter environments, and I thought, oh wait, Halo 2 doesn't have any. I guess the only place that Halo 2 has it is containment. But then I realized, when we were doing our podcast earlier this week, you mentioned the Mission Quarantine Zone has winter.
Yeah.
So as you guys will be seeing right now, hopefully I've put in footage of Quarantine Zone, because that's one place that has a winter mission there. And I think...
Don't die, Bryan!
Now, yeah, right. Now that I'm looking at it, I'm pretty sure that Containment, the winter multiplayer map, actually takes place around Quarantine Zone. I think the same background image is there, yeah. Yep. So that's really kind of cool how we've managed to have snow in pretty much every Halo. It wasn't in 4 at all. I don't
wrong, actually. In the multiplayer map Longbow.
Okay, but I meant the campaign.
Oh, my mistake. Yes, but they did have that. That was one of my favorites, actually. That's one of my favorite maps in Halo 4. Is actually that one. I think that might have been one where I had one of my first matches, and it was fun. It was fun as heck. A lot of vehicle anarchy going on there.
Yeah. There's a lot of good multiplayer missions as well, or multiplayer maps, I should say, that take place in winter. I think one of my favorite things I've seen winter-wise for multiplayer maps is in Halo 2 Anniversary, where you have the lockout takes place in the winter, and you can knock the iceberg down to open up that spot.
Can we talk about lockout? Because man, that's how can you not talk about that one? Now, same with its counterpart Lockdown from Halo 2 Anniversary, which still had that same kind of flow.
Yep.
Dude, that one's so much fun. It's such an isolated map, but you still have this winter vibe going on. And again, whether there's stalactites or stalagmites, what is this? I always forget.
Stalagmites.
Stalactites. Yeah, I don't know. But you can shoot them down in Halo 2 Anniversary, and that's so cool on BR Tower and Snipe Tower. I think it is. So yeah, I mean,
so much fun.
It's just it adds a nice new feeling to it, and it really feels themed to the level itself. I like that. I mean, because if you think about it, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think in lore too much that there's a lot of time spent on winter terrain, but yet we still experience that at times. It's never a focal point, but it's just something we hit upon.
What?
Go ahead.
it's kind of cool that like Halo 3 ends with a winter mission. Like the only winter mission in Halo 3 is the final level of Halo 3.
Well, I was gonna say, is that the Covenant?
No, the Covenant.
Because the Covenant. Remember when you're fighting the 2 scarabs? Isn't that?
I guess there's snow there too, isn't it? But it starts off just very green.
It does, but it's like it transitions.
See, guys, we're finding out as we play this through more how much winter has been in places, in missions, and different Halo games that we didn't even realize. Now you're going to tell me that there's winter in Halo 4's campaign, which I really don't think there is.
I don't remember that being.
But yeah, Halo 3 ends with a winter mission, and you kind of got that section you can go back into off the right side where you can find the terminal, and kind of harkens back to the first Halo game. And then you have Reach, which has a mission called the Winter Contingency, where you kind of have like ice caps and things like that. And then Halo 5, of course, has Kamchatka, which is the first mission of the game, where that takes place in winter. And then Halo 5 also ends with you playing as Team Osiris and there being a winter mission there. It's the mission where you're trying to free Chief and Blue Team from the Cryptum. There's a bunch of wintry outside environments there. So
it's like Halo 5 with Guardians is like low-key a Christmas game. Like Die Hard is low-key a Christmas movie.
That's a sad Christmas, boy. That's not a Christmas I want to relive. That's the Christmas where you said, I don't care, all I want for Christmas this year is a guitar. And then they're like, well, if you want a guitar, like, we're not gonna be able to afford that. You can't get anything else. Like, I'd rather have nothing then. And this Christmas you get nothing. That's a Halo.
Another one multiplayer wise, Snowbound from Halo 3.
Oh, I love
Snowbound's such a fun map.
What a classic.
Yeah, dude. I can't remember, but I think a lot of people in the community are kind of mixed on that at times. But I feel like the legacy of Halo 3 has really gone to show that people do love that map. But I think at first people didn't like it. I love that one so much. Like, there's such a nice dynamic of if you're outside, there's all the snow, but then you can go into the bases and there's that little area in between where there's these little, there's just ammo and weapons to pick up and stuff like that. And that's such a fun map. And even when you try to go out of bounds, because you could see out there, you're like killed by the Guardians, but it's just like, I remember when Halo 5 was first coming out, they're like, you remember being killed by the Guardians in multiplayer maps. Well, now you're going to get to discover in Halo 5 Guardians who the Guardians really are. And it's like, well, that legacy didn't live up as well as you'd hoped. But the Guardians look cool to me anyways in Halo 5. Absolutely. There's also Sidewinder from Combat Evolved, that big map. Remember Sidewinder?
Yeah. Sidewinder's a lot of fun. Isn't it only on PC?
Well, it's in
PC
now.
I'm thinking of a different one. I'm thinking of not Beaver Creek.
I think I know which.
The Hinterlands.
Yes.
I'm thinking of the Hinterlands.
Yes. But man, that also makes me think of Dragon Age Inquisition. Anyway, Sidewinder is a map I really, really love. That's a fun snipers map. Back in the day, before I had before MCC, was playable, and I would play that at friends' houses, we would sometimes do that, and it was so excruciatingly like daunting doing like a 2v2 on that map with snipers, because it's just like they could be anywhere. You have the side passageways, then you have that long open stretch. I mean, it was so much fun. And also too, like something we haven't talked about too is like when you're on a Warthog, it definitely traverses differently based on the ice and stuff like that.
Slides around.
Yeah.
Also,
really
was
cool.
I think Halo 3 was the first. Was Halo 3 the first game to have in like one of the multiplayer maps a Warthog with a snow skin? Like it had like a snowy skin.
I could be wrong. I was gonna say, well, I don't think so, but I remember there was Avalanche from Halo 3, which was also
I think Warthogs in that mission had like a snow look.
You might be right. Yeah,
sure.
because what'd you think of that map?
Oh, I like that map a lot. It came late. It was one of the later map packs
I think it was.
in Halo 3, but it was a ton of fun. It was really cool seeing people mod that on PC where you could see the freaking Scarab in that mission.
Yeah.
It's terrible.
You know what I love is how there's that man cannon, and you're driving through the snow and everything, and you're kicking up all the snow, and you get to that sort of man cannon with the Warthog. You go up there with a friend like in a CTF match, and then you can just boom crash down on right where that flag is. And you can either pick it up or you can like turn it in or whatever. Like I've done that so many times. That map is so much fun, and it's a lot more fun because it's winterized.
The thing I wanted to carry this into from us talking about the things we love about winter and Halo is what are some cool ways we could see winter used in Halo Infinite. And I already had a couple ideas for myself here. I was thinking, wouldn't it be really cool if we went to a section of the ring in Halo Infinite where like the snow was really high and grunts popped up out of the snow, like they're down there
like elves
maybe
on Christmas.
They're there. Maybe they pop out with the plasma grenade and blow you to smithereens.
Oh, wouldn't that be great if it was like, let's say you get to a big path in front of you and it's all snow, and there's a base at the end, and you know that you have from where you're at you have the A and B kind of destination, right?
Yeah.
But you can't, like you said, the snow's real high, and it's almost like a minefield because the closer you walk, suddenly you see this illuminating light that's actually a plasma grenade that a grunt's like igniting, go right off, because he hears you walking and trudging along closer, and then you're like, oh shit, and you have to jump out of the way.
Oh, Josh, how hard would you laugh if you're walking down like this big open area full of snow, and you just see two brutes, and you're like, oh, this will be nothing at all. But as you get closer, the brutes reach their hands down in the snow, and you yeet grunts right at you with plasma grenades. Just pull them right out of the snow.
I don't know. What if you were able? Let's just say hypothetically, ground pounding's still a thing, and you're able to ground pound the ice and shit like that. Like that could be really.
It could be something like that. I feel like ground pounding's probably not in it.
I don't think it's going to be either, but it's possible. Like remember ice fields from Combat Evolved? Remember that one? I think that was one of the PC ones they had, but that was one of the ones where I first remember for some reason I remember getting hit with a warthog, just bumped, and I would fall down. So what if that just makes me think like, what if you had in terms of how difficult?
That should be a skull in Infinite,
right?
You can bump people to warthog in the
yeah, but wouldn't it be great if you're trying to navigate like icy terrain and maybe some of the ice can crack and stuff like that? Like that would just be
would be a cool mechanic.
Yeah,
that'd be something very cool to add to Infinite.
Yeah.
One other thing I was going to say for Infinite I would like is that I would like it if when we're in a section of the ring that's set in the winter, that brutes have winter gear, and they kind of have like frosted shoulders and like, kind of like something you'd see from like a Destiny concept art where you see like the characters
all
have
winter apparel.
On.
Everyone looks like Roland. Everyone's dressed for the winter.
No, that's a whole lot of hope for me, dog. I don't want none of that Roland. What if Roland's a real person? He's actually just a hologram. That'd be awful.
Always like the Wizard of Oz, and you come to find out the twist later. He's been the villain behind everything.
I could believe that. It's not hard for me to believe at all. That's easy for me to believe.
It's another.
Also, I'd like to. We've seen like with the new we talked about Jenga, the new elite. It's kind of cybernetic. Jenga. Yeah, that Josh calls Jenga. Knock him over, and maybe we could see some elites have some kind of special apparatus because of it being wintertime there. Like
Absolutely.
They have an arm that's like a shovel. They shovel the driveway. Yeah, something like that.
Something I wouldn't want is like something like you could get if you're out there too long or something like that. You can get frostbite or something like that. Like even if it's another ODST.
You're in a Mjolnir suit.
I was gonna say, well, that's what I'm saying. Like if you're playing as an ODST or something, because I could see people maybe wanting that, but then I think, no, that's a little too much. Like some of the fun of these winter levels for me is being able to just run around, take in that there's snow, seeing my footprints in the snow, seeing the warthog or vehicles just slide and glide, and just take that into account. Like remember it might be 2 Betrayals. No, it is Assault on the Control Room, but because 2 Betrayals is another one, but Assault on the Control Room, like when I'm in the Ghost, and that thing, I could be wrong, but I swear it glides so much more, and I end up dying trying to take out those rays all the time.
Yeah, and there's no boost on the Ghost in Halo 1.
Yeah, so I just, it adds a different type of dynamic, and I think I would love to see that. Even if they could let you, like in multiplayer, like pick up snowballs and have snowball fights. That'd be hilarious. Like treat it like grenades.
That'd be like
plasma
something you do in Forge.
Yeah, exactly. Like
they should add snowmobiles. Snowmobiles.
Ooh.
They could call it like instead of the warthog, it'd be like the polar bear or something.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Hey, you got the elephant. Why not give us the polar bear?
Polar bear?
Yeah,
I'd love that. Dude.
Ooh, man, I would buy that Mega Constructs in a heartbeat.
Man, guys, we have so many ideas for different things that could be done with winter in Halo Infinite. And as you've seen, Halo has a long history of winter in its levels, both its missions in campaign and its multiplayer modes. But we would love to hear what you guys would like to see as far as new winter-styled campaign missions or new multiplayer maps for Halo Infinite. So if you'd want to do that, leave a comment below, hit the like, hit subscribe. And if you guys like this content, just let us know. We'll keep on doing it. We'll keep on bringing you. Maybe we'll do a spring episode. Maybe we'll do a fall episode. I don't know. But hit that like, subscribe. Thank you so much, guys. Keep it sacred.